The table set, the moon is hanging low. I'm looking for the things I think I know. 78 pieces of the sky, waiting for a blink inside the eye. I'm shuffling the shadow and the light, finding where the edges start to bite.
Hello, welcome to The One Who Seeks, where you are the one who seeks. What are you seeking? All right, I am at my mother's house. This is going to be a different setup here. Trying to make it work with new equipment. All right. Like to invite in the angels of loving spirit and nature for my highest good and the good of others in this collective reading. Thank you. All right, Spirit, what will we be talking about today? What would you like us to know? Love. Spirituality. Excuse me. And then I was just thinking too, because I have the camera facing me, things might be backwards when I show it to the camera. We'll find out when I try to go to post it. Okay. Money and identity. Right. Too many, Spirit, too many. Take the top one. Woohoo! Keeps flying out. And that one wanted to fly out too. All right, so many, so many. The Rebel. Where are you following rules you don't care about or really believe in anymore? Yeah, I feel like that's all the rules. All the societal rules. Animals. Think about the role animals play in your everyday life, whether they're family, friends, or food. What can they teach you about what you are and are not? Centering in your daily life. What do you want to do with these lessons? Interesting. And it's got some birds on there. I've been really feeling connected to birds lately. The Sidekick. Who is waiting to help you here? What must shift in you in order to receive this help? Oh, there's so many here. Inner sight. You already know the answer. Say it out loud. Towards what within it do you have resistance? What do you want to do about this? What do you have resistance towards? Metamorphosis. You've changed. How? What needs to happen so you can accept these changes and thereby bring movement into this area of your life? Sex. How do your beliefs, feelings, and needs around sex interact with your thinking here? even if your questions seem unrelated to sex. What can this teach you? What can this teach you that will help you move forward in the ways you seek? Elders. Consider your relationships with the elders in your life. How do these relationships keep you stuck in old patterns? What do they teach you about the ways you've grown in recent years? So, interestingly enough, I just had a conversation with my mother about porn and sex, right? And how it's unrealistic. And that's not really what any woman really wants. And then elders. So my grandfather, my mother's father, is in the hospital right now and is about to be put on hospice when he comes home tomorrow night. So those two are already directly relating to me and how I'm feeling. Okay. All right, Spirit, what do we need to know right now? The Hermit. Number 9. This is an ending. Okay, coming to the end of a cycle right now. You are going in, right? The inner sight. You already know the answer. Say it out loud. What do you have resistance against right now? And what do you want to do about this? That's going together here with that, with the Hermit. Okay, contemplating. What do you want to do about the situation that you have resistance towards? Okay, what do you want to do about the situation? Let's just ask Spirit. What do you want to do about this resistance that you have? Queen of Swords. Contemplate it. You want to contemplate it. Figure out a new path. Okay, Air. Ace of Pentacles. You want to present this as a gift. You already know the answer. Say it out loud. Presenting this as a gift is going to be helping you say this out loud. What is the resistance towards? So, I don't know. Maybe that is resistance towards sex. Right? It even kind of reminds me of like an egg in a woman. And the Hierophant, 5, about changes. So I believe you are having resistance about changing, which is ironic because you literally have the metamorphosis that you have changed. You've already changed. Regardless if you're resisting this or not, you've already changed. So it seems like this is a surprise to you. What needs to happen so you can accept these changes and thereby bring movement into the area of your life, into this area of your life? I don't know. I still feel like this is about sex. So changing your beliefs, feelings, and needs around sex interact with your thinking here. What have you changed? How have you changed? Four of Cups. You're starting to look at the brighter side of things. Yeah, there's a lot of things going on right now that are not so great. But you're turning around and you're looking at the bright side of it. You're looking at a just different aspect of it. There's actually rainbows coming out of here. This could represent being gay, since the rainbow represents that, the LGBTQ. I don't even know what the letters are. I'm sorry. Community. So it could definitely have something to do with your sexuality and how you feel inside. Ten of Wands. Yeah, you're packing up. You're walking away from something. You're moving on to something new. Okay, 10 is the ending and the new beginning. Wands is the fast movement. It's the fire. It's the passion. Yeah, you could be bringing more passion into your sex life. Right, and I have love and spirituality up here. And identity. So there's definitely the identity. And having sex can be a very spiritual event. And, you know, it's not always based on love. If you're connected with somebody, then it's based on love. But I also have money here. So, you know, you could be a hooker at the same time. Just maybe you're trying to make some money, right? Like I just said, we were talking about porn. People are making money off of sex. Okay, Page of Swords. This is a tightrope that you're walking here. There's a lot of things going on in this card, but the only thing I'm really seeing is you walking on the stick between these cliffs, right? The page is about new ideas and learning new things, right? So maybe that's how you changed. You're learning about new things and you're studying about it. How is it going to free you? Okay, how is it going to free you? Right, and I'm seeing the rebel here. It's poking out. Where are you following rules that you don't care about or really believe in anymore? That could have to do with your identity, right? And what society tells us that you need to be and how you're supposed to be. And if you're born as a female, then you should be acting womanly. If you're born as a male, you should act like a man, right? So these are ideals that we are tossing away, right? We're becoming more than these categories that we're being put in. The Wheel. Here's another 10. So this is the Wheel of Fortune and how your luck is changing. She even has some dice around her neck here, the fuzzy dice. how you're changing. We already know that you changed. How did you do it? You did it on the Wheel of Fortune. It's chance. It's luck. Ooh, 3 of Swords. Heartbreak. Tying it back together. Weaving it together. Right? Not everybody is going to agree with you on the situation. All right. Can we talk more about what's going on here with the animals, the sidekick, and the elders? The star. The star keeps popping out. All kinds of different readings. The star is a wish granted. And I'm looking at the animals. What can they teach you about what you are and are not, centering in your daily life? What do you want to do with these lessons? It's like looking up at the stars really teach you a lot, right? Because they're navigation. It's a navigation system. And if you look to the stars, it can help you figure out where you're going and what you want, what you actually desire. Okay, who is waiting to help you here? Five of Wands. It looks like everybody's climbing up here to help you. They're just all jumping to help you. Okay, your family, your friends. They're here to help you with your passions and help to understand who you are. Yeah, Four of Wands. Who are you? Okay, foundation of who you are. Your joy, your laughter, your celebration. Celebration of love here. Celebration of spirituality. Okay, and how do the elders feel about this? Yeah. Four of Pentacles. Yeah, the elders are... They're kind of feeling like they want to hold back your inheritance here. Unfortunately, you know, they're stuck in old patterns. And you're not necessarily going to be able to change their mind. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. Okay, so they're holding on to their money and feeling like they just don't want to give that up to you because they're unsure. But that's not your problem. That's their problem, right? What do they teach you about the ways you've grown in recent years? Ooh, headache. Five of Swords. Yeah, it's just a headache. So, I'm trying to look at the clock here. It looks like it's 8 o'clock on this card here, the Elder's card. And it's a handheld stopwatch, a pocket watch, which is very old school. And this is kind of just giving you a headache here. Like, get rid of the old patterns, right? It's time to get rid of the old patterns. And the ways of thinking. King of Pentacles. Yeah, this is being the CEO of your own authority. It's kind of like back up, because I've got protection here. You are very protected in this situation. And it looks like you are going to end up with those pentacles regardless. Okay, 9 of Swords, and I feel like you're having a lot of nightmares about this. You know, you wish that they could come around and celebrate with you. But that's just probably not going to happen. It might. It might. There's always hope, right? But I wouldn't worry, because it seems like you're going to get the inheritance here anyway. Yeah, you've learned a lot through this whole situation, and you're happy with yourself. So it really doesn't matter what anybody else thinks of you. Okay, I feel like this wolf here is your sidekick that's here to help you. Intimidation factor. My truth is as pure as I react, and I react with benevolence. So we're holding hands here. We have different races that are holding hands, so it's coming together. So maybe your elders are actually going to come around after all. It's tough, but being nice to all humans, creatures, and aliens is the honorable play. Even if a meanie weenie is slandering, criticizing, or giving you a swirly. You don't know what kind of stink a meanie has been subjected to. Whether it is emotional trauma or literal shit in their pants. It could be. Hurt people hurt people. And, as you get older, you might have some continence problems. Reacting to meanies by being a meanie is only a win for Team Meanie. Instead, smile and radiate kindness towards the troubled soul. Your truth is as pure as how you react. Lead by example, and with benevolence, it gives permission to the meanie to heal. Absolutely. Even if it is family, right? Just because they're family doesn't make them automatically right all the time. And just because you love them doesn't mean you have to agree with them. Can we still love each other throughout our differences? Still support each other? Okay, I'm getting 2 here now. May the sacredness of my work bring healing light and renewal to all. Yeah, maybe Phoenix. Excuse me. When you hopscotch around your creative playground, invite your heart to feel and your gut to lead. If you truly love and believe in your work, projects, and dreams, there is no excuse to doing anything else. Even when you flounder and feel overwhelmed, keep your eyes upon the sky. Once again, looking at the stars for navigation. You'll soon rise like the phoenix on turbo boost and slam dunk your bitch ass troubles into the sun. And I put the brakes on social media shakes and connect my vision to the stars. Once again, the stars are coming through. While social media can be an exciting place to make and maintain friendly connections, it's also a black hole of feasting interruption gremlins who grab your attention, manipulate your emotions, and trap you in the grass is always greener mindset. It's cool to have people over so you can all stare at your phones, but wait, no, it's not. It blows. It's time to slap yourself in the ass and reclaim your energy, time, and powers. Take a hiatus from social media for a day, a week, or even longer, and refocus your energy on your visions. If you are distracted, many magical moments will escape your experience. The stars await. So maybe somebody's slandering you on social media. So yeah, and this could even be family. It could be family, friends. But you know what? If you don't put yourself in those situations by using social media, then you're going to have a lot less slander, right? So they're going to have to say it to your face now instead of hiding behind a screen. Tell me how you really feel. And see how it feels to them while they actually have to physically say it. Because it's going to be a lot different of an experience for them to have to say it to you than to have to write it on social media. It's very easy to judge people from afar when you don't know anything about them at all. Okay? My best advice is to just let it go. So I was at work yesterday. I had a lady call me a bitch. I was listening to a podcast while I was working. I work in Walmart's, but I don't work for Walmart. I am a vendor. So I do have a name tag. I do look official, but I don't work for Walmart. It does not say Walmart. It does not indicate that I work there at all, other than I am doing things on the shelves and taking pictures and answering questions. And this lady, I don't know if she was even talking to me or not. I had my earphones on. I'm doing my job and I see her in my peripheral. She's coming at me. She's trying to look at my name tag. My badge is right here. And I see that she's coming at me. So I just kind of turn a little bit and say, oh yeah, I don't work here. Because I get this all the time, right? People always think I work there and they're always trying to ask me questions and I'm on a time limit and I only have so much time to do these activities. I can't stop and help these people. I don't work there, first of all. Okay, I try to help them if I can. If I know where something is, if they're asking where something is, I will try to direct them my best. But this lady was coming at me. I just said, oh, I don't work here. And she just started digging into me. Well, you could have just said that. And then she says, bitch, real loud and gets close to my ear. And I completely ignored it as if it never even happened or as if I had never even heard it. And I continued on with my day. I continued to work. I continued having to be right next to her. And I acted like nothing ever happened. Although I could have gone a totally different way. I could have followed her out to her car. I could have thrown eggs on her windshield, slashed her tires. I could have done all these different things that in my mind I'm like thinking I should do this. But that's not my personality. That's not who I am. That takes me away from who I'm trying to be and how I'm trying to set an example. Plus, there's consequences to these things, right? I'm not trying to stalk anybody. Maybe this person's having a really bad day. They're having a really bad life. They don't know what the hell's going on. They're just angry. They're mad. They're in pain. They just want to take it out on whoever they can. Hurt people hurt people. But does she even stop to think about what I'm going through? My father-in-law just died a month ago. My grandfather is about to go onto hospice. I was having a bad day. I had diarrhea. I didn't feel good. I felt feverish all day. I'm still trying to push through to get this job done. I was on my period and my heavy day at that. Then I go down the next aisle and I go to put neck hangers on some detergent, and I knock over one of the detergents off the shelf and it goes all over the floor. You know, I've messed up my neck and my shoulders. I've been having issues with my neck for a really long time. Been going to the chiropractor. She's been loosening it up. I had one really bad night of sleep where it totally tweaked my neck, and then I went to move something into my trailer that was kind of heavy and totally screwed me up. So this left side of my body here, my neck and my shoulders, are in a lot of pain. Does this lady that called me a bitch, does she even stop to think about these things? What I might be going through and the pains that I'm going through? But I'm not running around calling people bitches. So just keep that in mind. You need to set the example. You be you. You do you. What feels good to you? Who do you want to be? What do you want to identify as? How are you spiritual? How do you love? How you want to spend your money? That's you. That's all you. But this should all be in love and light. 31:31 on the time clock. Spread love, not hate. Thanks. Peace out.